Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Today we are continue to how to determine the sample size for proportion. Okay, so actually for proportion we gonna have two case. Okay, first known estimated proportion and the other one is unknown estimated proportion. Okay, for non-estimated proportion is given by n equals to z alpha over 2 over e square times p hat q hat, and for unknown estimated proportion is given by n equals to z alpha over 2 square over 4e square. Okay, let's take a look into the how to determine the sample size for known estimated proportion. Okay, so as you know, the formula is given by n equals to z alpha over 2 over e square p hat q hat, where e is the allowable error and z is the z value corresponding to the selected level of confidence, and p hat the estimated proportion, where the q hat is given by 1 minus p hat. Okay, let's take a look into example 35. A survey of 1,000 university students selected randomly revealed that only 350 students secure a scholarship for their studies. If the sample proportion above is used as an estimate of the population proportion, how large a sample is needed if we wish to be 98% confident that the sample proportion will be within 0.05 of the true proportion of the student who secure a scholarship. Okay, so based on this example, what the information that we have is p hat were equivalent to 350 over 1,000, so we get 0.35, and q hat were equals to 0.65. Next information that we have is e, which is allowable error, were equals to 0.05, and alpha here is 0.02. 1 minus 0.98, we get 0.02. So z alpha over 2, which is z 0.01, we get 2.3263. And then we just substitute into the formula, so we get n equivalent to 492.46, and then you need to truncate into the above value, so we get the sample size will be 493. Okay, now let's take a look into how to determine the sample size for unknown estimated proportion. Okay, so the formula is given by n equals to z alpha over 2 square over 4e square, where e is allowable error and z is the z value corresponding to the selected level of confidence. Okay, let's take a look into example 38. To obtain an estimate of the proportion of full-time university students who have a part-time job in excess of 20 hours per week, the student union decide to interview a random sample of full-time students. What sample size n should be taken to be 95% confident of the margin error is 0.1. Okay, so you can see here from the statement there is no information about the proportion value. Okay, so that's why the case is unknown population proportion. Okay, so what we have here, we just only have value of alpha, which is 0.05. So alpha, z alpha over 2, which is z 0.025, we get 1.96, and the value of e, or allowable error, is 0.1. So you just plug in into the formula, and finally we will get 96.04, and you should truncate into the highest value, which is equivalent to 97. So the sample size that needed, okay, for this case is equivalent to 97.